Hey guys, and welcome back to Marantz. Rantz, plenty of good information, a little bit of motivation, a whole lot of truth, no financial advice. This is a one-take session, no edits, no cuts, about private equity, leverage buyouts, you name it. It's called Connect the Dots Part 40. This one's a little special to me, and I'll tell you why. So about 3 days ago, there's this guy named Little Man Finance, Strong Man Finance. Yes, I get it. He was paid $50 to make a video about me, just to make fun of me, and or to tell me how unvaluable GameStop is. He's like, no, it's not real. It's gone. It's dead. Okay, bro. We get it. You go read the numbers and you're wrong, by the way, and you will be. You'll be proven wrong in 180 days. It's okay. I'll still be here. But I see now that on my feed that I watched your video, I got fed a video. It says he's going to do a video on Dollar General. And I go, well, okay, good for him. They're going bankrupt. Okay, good for him. Hey, check it out. Little Man Finance. Check this out. So you think that my theory about private equity and connect the dots is all nonsense and it's not real. Okay, so I'm going to help you make the case for it because I know you're going to do a video on it, right? That's what you're going to do. All right, cool. So I'm going to show you how they're going bankrupt without even showing you the chart, without even showing you the balance sheet. And then you tell me if I'm crazy. All right, let's do it. So this is your chart. It's trash. And when we look at it, this is Dollar General. They went public, if you guys don't know, went public in 2009. And when they went public, it was because KKR bought them in 2007. Now, them going public is one thing. Pumping the stock and now dumping it, it's going to get worse. And I mean a whole lot worse. We're talking about offering shares to the public. They're going to go ahead and sell off their assets and lease them back. They're going to do everything. They're going to run this bad boy through the ground. And you know why they're going to do it? Because the family that started this company started like 80 years ago. Everybody's gone. It's all private now. It's all private equity. That's all it is. Publicly traded company, you people, the individuals who think this is a great investment are putting money into it, but it's never coming back. And I'll show you why. Let's go. I think I'm ready. I'm always ready. If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. So first, we'll look at the balance sheet right here for you before we even get to the good stuff, okay? I'm only showing you one page. This is going to be their senior notes, money borrowed. $7.2 billion money borrowed. And the reason why I'm okay with that is because you have to remember what KKR said. And this is Henry Kravitz, their actual leader. He says, hey, always borrow money. Borrow money at any time you can. Just keep borrowing money. Doesn't matter if the rates are high or low. It does not matter because you can always refinance later and or move the money later. Just stay alive, survive. That's what he said. But before we even get to this, I want to show you something. This is Connect the Dots Part 17. There's a video out there that I made about Apollo, and we were talking about Sue Gove. If you know who she is, she's the CEO for Bed Bath & Beyond. Now, Sue Gove has been a part of a lot of companies. Private equity has taken over plenty over this last 20 years that she's been retired now from Zales Jewelers, and she managed to find work everywhere. And one of the places where she worked was AutoZone for 17 years, is what they say to me. Now, I found 15 years worth of track record, but they tell me it's 17. Doesn't matter. When I see her here, she's Sue Gove. She's this lady right here. Sue E. Gove, right there. But when I look at this whole thing, the person that stands out to me the most is this guy, William C. Rhodes III. I remember looking him up. And I was like, okay, he's the chairman, president, and CEO of AutoZone. Now, we know AutoZone's private equity. We get it. All these guys came from it. Remember, these are the seeds. This is how you connect the dots. They go from one company to the next. Go watch all the other parts. Okay, strong man? And then you'll educate yourself and you'll understand what I'm saying to you. But the best part about this is I know William C. Rhodes. I see him here and I go, oh, you know what? Wasn't he the guy? He was. William C. Rhodes here, not only is the president, CEO, and all that nonsense, he's also director and chairman at Dollar General. I remember. I said, holy shit. So of course they're going under, because if you knew that KKR bought them out, it's private equity. It's too easy. So let's go look at who's in charge at Dollar General. This is how you know they're going bankrupt. This is how you know they're going to do the wrong things on purpose. Yes, they want to gut that company of all of its equity. Hey, the family that started Dollar General during the Great Depression, built it up, made it strong. I don't even know, 20,000 stores. It's massive. It's a massive billion-dollar company, top 100 company out there, right? And here's the crazy part. That's just money for you to take. You just come in, if you're KKR, you'll pay anything because you know that you're going to get that $30 billion off the sheet. You might even let it go bankrupt, right? You might even just gut it dry. carve it up and let all your friends have a piece. Vulture capitalism is coming for Dollar General. Now watch this. Jeffrey Owen previously worked there. He's the good guy in charge. Put him in front of everybody. Hey, the ship's okay. He's the captain going down with the ship. Hi, my name's Jeffrey Owen, and I make a lot of money. Everything's going to be okay. Is it, Jeffrey? Are we making all the bad and wrong decisions? Because somebody like Michael Calbert, right here, Michael Calbert, if you read this right here, been with KKR for 22 years, 23 years counting this year. But where else was he previously? PVH Corp, private equity. That's what that is. That I know that deal. Another one, he was a director at AutoZone. What are the chances? How can we connect dots? How is this even possible? How is this? And of course, Arthur Andersen Worldwide for about 11 years, 9 years, whatever it may be. And then being a consultant with them is one thing. When we go down this list here, Warren Brandt, Kroger, private equity. Long's Drugstores, private equity. If you remember, I did a video on Connect the Dots. I don't know what part it was, but it was about Rite Aid going bankrupt. Guess what? These guys are all in the pharmacy world, and it's the same people. So Anna Chadwick, I've read her before. I knew who she was because she's with G Global, and that's all private equity deal. You know what it was. I've talked about it in previous videos. Patricia here, she's with Time Warner, Ted Turner, Drexel Burnham Lambert days, still going through. So you go ahead, Lambeer, whatever they want me to say it the right way. But that's who she was with. She's done it plenty of times. She was the executive vice president of administration at Time Warner for 9 years. I wonder what the ties are to private equity. Right here, he's with McKinsey and Company. I know that's all there. I'll leave it there, but I'll go down to the bottom guy, Todd Vassos. Used to be the CEO here at Dollar General. And what are the chances that he has ties to private equity? Well, it's really simple. He used to also work right here at Eckerd Corporation. Now, when you say Eckerd Corporation, that's pharmacy. And if you know, I talked about it in detail. And if you don't remember, I'll show it to you here. KKR moves in on U.S. drugstore chain, Eckerd, 2003. When do you think this guy worked there? I'm just going to go with you. He's worked there a long time. He held senior positions. He was there 2001, I believe. So it's all there. What do you think they were doing? I mean, guys, these are all plants, right? Plants to do what, though? You ask yourself. You're going to go look at this balance sheet, Strongman Finance. You're going to see all these senior notes. But I want you to see something else, okay? We're going to go all the way to the top. And I know the balance sheet looks bad, and it should. It's a terrible company. But they have zero cash on hand. $353 million is zero. And they're handing out dividends every quarter. They're handing out dividends like it's candy. $200 million worth of dividends, and they only have $353 million. But why? If they make money, which they do, they make money. They make a profit. Here's what they're doing wrong with the profits. They're not putting it away. They're not servicing their debt because they don't care. They want to over leverage themselves to get to here, to get to the net property and equipment and the total current asset, whatever it may be. They want to get to here. They want to get to the point where they can go ahead and sell their properties and lease them back. Now, addition with that, they have $4.3 billion worth of goodwill to burn off. All right? They have that. Now, as they go through, and they will burn that off eventually, but because the stock price is going to keep coming down, they have a market cap that's unbelievable, $22 billion. How are you going to have a $22 billion market cap and shareholder equities at $6 billion? And my cat is saying hello. Hey, no edits, no cuts. This is proof. Hi, Hercules. We're doing a video. Thank you. Now, $6.2 billion worth of shareholder equity, but yet the market cap's $22 billion. I just let you know how inflated the damn stock is, how much they pumped it up. When you look here, there's the debt, $7.2 billion. I told you what it was. But here's the crazy part. We typed in shares, right? We're going to go ahead and go all the way down. Check this out. Now, call me crazy, or you can call me anything you want. Just don't call me late home for dinner. Is that what they always say? I don't know what they say. Check this out. Right here. They just authorized $2 billion. This is last year. They authorized $2 billion of share buyback program, an increase on the whole amount that they already authorized, $16 billion right there under the program in the last 10 years. So every dollar that's come in on profit, they've put it back and bought back shares. Increase the share price, which is the pump you see. All right. They're buying back the shares. So if you knew what they were doing, just to gut the coffers to later then cut it all the way back down. Why? Because they don't give two damns about you, shareholders. They can pump it for years just to take it from you. They're still paying out dividends per share, and they spent $1.1 billion right here in share buybacks right here. Okay, $1.1 billion. Total cost of $1.1 billion. Now, as we go down, not only did they spend all that money, $16 billion share buybacks, additionally, they borrowed money, right? One other thing that they're doing, and this is just going to tell you all this part, but the other part they're doing is they have a revolving credit line of, I believe it's $2 billion. Do you know how much they've already spent? They've already spent 1.9 billion of it. They can only borrow 100 million more dollars there, cash. So when does the debt get serviced? When does everything happen the right way? When you look at their SG&A, they've increased 136 basis points this quarter alone. Therefore, the expenses are going up. To run this business, it's going up. But right here, our revolving facility consists of $2 billion of senior notes and unsecured revolving debt. And that's what they're doing. They borrowed too much money, okay? Too much money, and they can't pay it back. Guys, it doesn't mature until 2026. So I'm just letting you know, I could have told you this balance sheet's going to look this way. It's going to look very bad for you, Little Man Finance. I know that you're excited they're going bankrupt because you're going to tell everyone, hey, this company is terrible. Yeah, but understand why it's terrible. It does great business. It probably did back in the day. Probably does still today. But they will over leverage it. This is the leverage buyout part. They will leverage it to the moon. And then they're going to ship it off and sell it off and carve it out to someone else. This is why the series exists. Because, yes, it's one thing to look at a balance sheet and evaluate companies and to say, this is what I think the company's going to do. Okay? Now, I want you to do this for me. Evaluate it and say, why did it happen? Because they wanted it to happen. Because they manufactured the outcome. Go look at AMC. Go look at Bed Bath & Beyond. Go look at Party City. Go look at Playboy. Go look at Foot Locker. Go look. Come on. I've done a video about everybody. Carvana. You name it. And then when you go look at GameStop and you want to tell me I'm full of shit, right? You want to tell me I'm wrong? GameStop pushed out private equity. They cleaned up their chart. And I'm going to prove it to you. 6 months from now, we're not having this conversation. But this is why Connect the Dots exists, because I can take the executives from Dollar General and put them in AutoZone and put them next to Sugove and put them in the next company that they all go to. Everyone's just like locusts, and they just keep going and going and going. And all these guys who retire from their companies, then they become consultants for these hedge funds, these private equity firms. Follow the people, follow the money, and then you have your answer. This is light work. And maybe this is serendipity. Maybe I was meant to see you make fun of me and tell me how dumb I am, yet I'm very in tune with what GameStop's doing. But you made yourself look like an ass. But I want to say thank you for showing me that you were going to talk about Dollar General. This way I can show you what Connect the Dots is. Don't believe this video. Go watch the other 39 and then come back to this one and tell me I'm wrong. I'll be here. GameStop. Can't stop, won't stop. GameStop. You've been educated. Peace.